So, cat's out of the bag, I got invited to the official UK launch party of Tekken 8 this week. It was a career-defining moment, being invited to celebrate a franchise that I've been playing since I was a child, and it is something I will look back on fondly until I am very old and grey. But Harada, where the Digimon at? What is up, digital companions? My name is Karn EX and welcome back to another video. So, full disclosure, yes, Bandai Namco did invite me to the Tekken 8 launch party on Thursday, but they gave me no money, they didn't pay for my transport, they haven't done anything other than invite me to a party. This video is not sponsored by Bandai Namco. I just thought, you know, it's Tekken 8 launch week. I got to do a cool Tekken thing. Maybe some of you will like to see one last Giving Digimon Partners video, he says, and then we'll probably do another one in future. But if you do want to see more Giving Partners stuff, I now have a Patreon, patreon.com/KarnEX. And the cool thing about Patreon is that you can upload videos directly to it and limit it to certain tiers and stuff. So I'm probably going to experiment with things like Giving Partners in a platform that doesn't need views, you know? So if you want to see stuff like Giving Partners, certain ranking videos, basically anything that would just flop on YouTube and therefore is not worth publishing because it actively harms the channel, I'm going to put it on Patreon. I don't love paywalls, but this is more like bonus content. Those videos wouldn't exist on the main channel. They're just going to be bonus Patreon videos just because I like making them, but they never perform well. There's also other tiers, so, you know, check it out and I would really appreciate your support, especially because this is one of the last videos I'm going to be filming on this set. Stay tuned. But Tekken 8 is out! Very exciting. It does not feel like 8-9 years since Tekken 7 came out, and many of you are aware that Digimon and Tekken have crossed paths before, in a major way, because Lili from Tekken, who was on the Tekken 8 roster, showed up in Digimon World Redigitized as a proper Digidestined chosen child with a Digimon partner. And since that, nothing has really happened. There's been some Tekken references and Cyber Sleuth and things like that in the arcade, and I've just been pining for it, man. Harada, Tekken has character customization. Could we not see a little Numemon on Lili, or a Monzemon costume for Kuma and Panda? Bandai Namco owns Digimon and Tekken. Harada, just a little phone call. If Ace Combat could have a Digimon crossover, why can't Tekken 8? I'm not asking for the world. But anyway, I've been thinking again, I did that video a while back about like a full-on Digimon Tekken crossover, but to celebrate specifically Tekken 8, let's talk about what Digimon partners the whole roster might have. I'm not going to do full evolution lines because this video would be 9 hours long and I've already been talking for way too long to explain it. So instead we're just going to kind of cherry pick, show a vibe for Digimon that I think the Tekken 8 roster would have. Beginning with Nina, gotta be honest with you, this is my favorite pick of the whole video, so please don't tune out, but it's kind of peaking here. Please watch the whole video, I need more watch time. So Nina is a spy, right? She does espionage, she works for various corporations. That's why I think Espimon would be a perfect Digimon for Nina as her rookie partner. I previously given her things like Angelmon because of her wedding dress appearance in Tekken 7, and do keep that in mind. So I didn't really want to just evo her Espimon to hover Espimon, and that is when a connection formed in my brain that I'd never seen before, but specifically for Nina is phenomenal, because I'm going to have her Espimon digivolve to Sister Mon CL, who has a blue mouse hat on, which looks very reminiscent of Espimon, but also is wearing a dress that feels very reminiscent of Nina's wedding dress. I got so excited about this pick at like 7 in the morning that I rushed to Tom on Discord and was like, Tom, I've had the best idea I've ever had! So yes, Nina will have an Espimon that digivolves to Sister Mon CL. Kazuya, I'm always going to go with Lucamon full down mode. Previously, I've given him the rookie Lucamon, then full down mode. However, Kazuya is definitely more down the dark path since Tekken 7. Patricide will do that to an MFer, so I'm going to make his default partner be Lucamon full down mode, which digivolves to Lucamon Satan mode, you know, because he's got the devil gene. Speaking of the devil gene, let's move to a devil Jin.
Ha. Classic comedy.
Jin could also have Lucamon fall down mode. His time as a war criminal in Tekken 6, and this game having Jun on the roster again after God knows how many years, kind of lends itself to the idea that Jin could kind of go one of either way. Going to Seraphimon and then the potential of Demon to reference Devil Jin. Though, we could go with War Greymon because, well, it's like the big protagonist Digimon, the Charizard of Digimon, and for something else a little later on. Paul Phoenix, he's going to get Garudamon because it's punchy, and he's going to digivolve to Phoenixmon because he's Paul Phoenix. They can't all be bangers, okay? Martial Law's gonna get Teruyamon and that becomes Antilamon because they all have a martial arts bias, and Teruyamon is said to originate from the Chinese mountains and martial law is Chinese. King could go a few ways. He is a wrestler, of course, so I like a line of Ginkakumon to Volcamon or Mac Gaugamon, who has a wrestling belt, and then finally ending on Marukimon. It's the closest Digimon we've got to a Jaguar, other than I guess Leopardmon, kinda. Lars is, again, as I said in my Dickend video, the alpha leader of Yggdrasil. You really really couldn't ask for a better connection than this. So yeah, I'll give him Darugamon, Doru, Greymon, and Alphamon, I guess. Jackie is a robot, give him more robots, Gardramon and Andromon, simple does it. Jun is back, she's a really competitive fighter, but is being portrayed in such a heavenly way for Tekken 8. Is she an angel? Is she Angel? Did she ever die? But I think to also reference her Kazuma style fighting, we could give her a Kinkakumon that then digivolves to Angelwomon and Ophanimon, again kind of complementing Kazuya and Jin's picks. Xiao Yu, we have just seen Shichemon, Fankunmon and Chongpongmon getting added to the Digimon card game, and Xiao Yu is from China, but I think the connection I prefer is her partnership with Panda, so I would give her a Pandamon or a Panbachimon or something like that. Leroy was a little tough. There's no Bulldog Digimon, unfortunately, so Labramon to Dobamon or Dogmon would be appropriate. Sugar, Leroy's dog, is kind of played for comedy, so Dogmon might be the more appropriate of the two. And then we can end on Katoramon. Katoramon is a Deva, which has links to Buddhism, and that has a connection to East Asia and China, and Leroy practices specifically Wing Chun style martial arts. An interesting little line actually, Dogmon becoming Katoramon, I'm kind of fond of. Asuka, again, I would give Justimon. Asuka is a big proponent of justice and the changeable Kazama style of martial arts, and Justimon has arm change modes. So again, you could also throw a Kinkakumon into her evolution line of any martial arts Digimon. I'm even tempted to give her Pistmon because you see Asuka on a bike a lot. Lili is an actual Digidestined who in Redigitize is partnered with a Numemon, Catherine, that becomes Montemon and Lilithmon. I'm not going to change it. I like this line a lot. It's fun for Lili. Hwarang is kind of the rival and best friend of Jin, so I wanted to give him something, like in the thumbnail, that kind of rivals and matches up to Jin. I do think his partner Digimon would have to be a Boutmon. It practices kickboxing of a type, specifically Taekwondo. The evolution could then be Gankumon, they're both redheads, or maybe Metal Garurumon to rival Jin more. However, Boutmon did also fight Black War Greymon in the Vital Bracelet PVs, and well, spoilers. Brian Fury, let's give him Troopmon and Madleomon Final Mode. I don't know what level Madleomon Final Mode's supposed to be, but a Madleomon of some variety in his line makes sense to me. Claudio's just gonna get all the angels because he's a heavenly dude. Luxmon, Angemon, Archaiangemon, and Dominimon just to shake it up. Raven is back! And well, yeah, Ravemon exists. I mean, is there a more perfect lineup in this video besides Systemon, Cielf, and Nina? I don't know. Falcomon, Peckmon, Yatagaramon, and Ravemon, all perfect for Raven.
New challenger!
Spoilers for Digimon Cyber Sleuth for Azucena. Skip to this timestamp. Azucena is very connected to coffee, and another Digimon very connected to coffee in Cyber Sleuth is Alphamon because it took on the form of Kyoko, who was obsessed with coffee. Now, I did give Alphamon to Lars, but I'm not mad about using it twice in this video. However, another connection to coffee and cafes and things like that is Lopmon, who is the partner of the cafe owner in Digimon Rearise. So Lopmon, Alphamon. There isn't really a llama or alpaca Digimon. I guess you could give her a Balukimon too if you wanted to. Feng Wei, I'm going to give Tylinmon and Godramon. Feng Wei was taught the teachings of the God Fist Scrolls, and Godramon has a God Fist attack. Tylinmon, aka Kirinmon, aka Qilin, is a legendary hooved chimerical creature that appears in Chinese mythology, often depicted somewhere between a horse and a dragon, which again fits given Feng Wei aims to be the dragon god, a perfect warrior who transcends all. Yoshimitsu is going to get Ryudamon, Ginryumon, and Hisuiarumon, suggested by my good bud Lambo Calrissian. Go subscribe if you like Toku videos. But I'm going to switch the Mega and give it Zambamon. Feels very Yoshimitsu to me. Steve Fox gonna get a Gaomon again like in my old video. Really tempted to give him a Kangaroomon or a Togemon as an evolution, keeping the boxing gloves. So I did not include Pukumon last time, who is said to be a Digimon from a British server specifically. It's so weird. And it's got big punchy fists, so that'd be perfect for Steve too. For Leo, I wanted to reference something that goes for a little bit more androgyny, but also their name, Leo. So Grap Leomon, like in the old video, was good, but maybe we go for Lord Nightmon as the Mega. Lord Nightmon is, I guess, the most gender ambiguous Digimon, presenting quite feminine, but often quite masculine voice. Kinda works for Leo. Dragonov, keeping it pure and simple. The D Brigade is so great for him, specifically the old school D Brigade line of like Seals Dramon, Tank Dramon, and Dark Dramon, though I do think Cargo Dramon could work for him. Shaheen gets Sylphimon and Valkyrymon again because his name means hawk or falcon, and there's a kind of wind vibe going on with all of these. Panda is a big panda bear, so it kind of feels closer to a Digimon to me than a human, but instead I'm going to partner her with a human, Yunogi, who has a Pandamon in the Cyber Sleuth games. Zafina is a witch and astrologer tied to Azazel. I considered giving her something in the Demon Lords, but I think it probably makes most sense to give her a Witchmon, and because of her ties to astrology and the Sirius Corporation, it's very tempting to give her a Siriusmon or a Gulust Gamamon because of Azazel, but I do really love Witchmon for her, so maybe we give her Witchmon, Kano Vicemon, and Siriusmon. Li Xiaolon, easy pick, Violet Elecmon as the rookie because his alter ego is Violet. And again, that will digivolve to Mojiamon to reference Heihachi. Alyssa Boskonovich is going to get Monitormon and High Vision Monitormon, little cutesy robots, all having fun together. Deviljin, as its own spot on the roster, will specifically get Devimon and Velismon. That will then become Black War Greymon, just like the Vital Bracelet PV, where Boutmon fought Black War Greymon, connecting Hwoarang back to Jin and Deviljin, especially if we gave regular Jin a normal War Greymon, meaning Deviljin would very literally be the Black War Greymon to Jin's War Greymon, and having that Boutmon come in to bring his friend back from the brink of evil. And our final two...
New challenger! Reina! Victor! Chevalier!
Victor Chevalier, who is said to be descended from a lineage of distinguished knights, could perhaps have Gladimon, which feels kind of French, I guess fencing, I don't know, and Knightmon, though he is kind of a John Wicky spy type character, so I could also see him having members of the D Brigade, in particular High Commandramon, but I think that Knight connection feels nice to give him Gladimon and Knightmon. And Reina, who is also known as Purple Lightning, so I mean the Purple Spirit of Thunder Digimon would be perfect for her. Beetlemon, Metal Kabuterimon, and Rhino Kabuterimon. Just the fact that Reina is called Purple Lightning, we have very specifically Purple Lightning or Thunder Digimon. And of course, we do have our first DLC character announced, Eddie. Shout outs to the Killmonger Cut, our Capoeira master, who I'm going to give a Namakemon that digivolves to the Dance Pulsemon Evolution Tempomon. And that is it, my ideas for Tekken 8 roster Digimon partners. Like I say, these videos don't tend to do very well, so if you did want to like it, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, it would mean the world. And if you do want to see more Giving Digimon Partners stuff, I will be trying to do some more of it over on patreon.com/Karn EX. Again, I don't like paywalling stuff. This is just content that would never go out on the main channel anyway, so it may as well be bonus content for Patreon. Thank you to all my patrons and my sovereigns, ZDK14 and Jmon. You're all doing absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for all your support in January. Like I say, things are going to be changing around here soon, so stay tuned. Huge opportunities to be able to go to London for the Tekken 8 launch party. Very, very exciting. And I only have any of these cool opportunities because of you, so thank you all so much for your endless support. It truly means the world. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time when we go digital. Bye bye.